Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So today's video is a reskinning of Keep on the Borderland. So in my version, I'm calling it the Last Citadel, and it's going to be in my homebrew world. And so I've had one player who's gone through it completely, another player who has gone partially through it, and then my boy Eric, who's coming back next week, should be making videos. He has never, or he barely remembers playing through it, so he'd like to play through it again. So I just told him that I would reskin it and change a few things around, but in essence, I'm still keeping the majority of the maps. The only thing is, I'm changing the Caves of Chaos location, so it's just not right there at the road. It's actually going to be deeper into the Whispering Woods, and there's a few other locations that I'm going to be messing around with, but as we go through each adventuring phase of it, I'll make the video. So I do want to make videos that help new DMs, especially with the building NPCs of the keep and how to develop rumors. But in my case, I built some rumors and history at the very beginning. So when they start the adventure, we've already had our session 0. They're already um, making final decisions on their characters, which they have until next week, until game day. So when we get together, we're just gonna start playing, and that's the other reason why I wanted to make this video was that they're gonna see the a small little history, what has led up to why they are going to the keep on the borderland, or in this case, the last citadel. So sit back, relax. I hope you enjoy this, and for all my players out there, I better hit the at least 4 like buttons, or I'll kill you with orcs later. I'm just joking. It's gonna be kobolds. Alright, so here we go. The history of the last citadel. The last of 6 fortresses that were built to keep the humanoid menace at bay. The last citadel, Beacon Keep, known for its bright lens that shines in the night as a signal. The citadel protects the roads and farmlands which are 10 miles away to the west. The small village of Apple Hills, which is now in ruin and is slowly rebuilding from the siege of impending doom. The siege of impending doom. Never had the citizens seen such an army rolling out of the forest, goblins being led by hobgoblins on wolves, while orcs swarmed the main blocks with gnolls, bugbears on flanking sides. Ogres and hill giants maintained the siege machines. Great towers were dragged by hill giants, led by the warlord, Percival the Deceiver, a fighter of great renown. No one knew why he slayed the king of Desselhelm, which led to a small civil war between his two sons. During the Civil War, Percival led his armies to attack all 6 fortresses. 5 fell within a fortnight. The Call of Nature. The Call of Nature seeks vengeance. Rangers, druids, and elves of the Whispering Woods attacked from behind to help save the fortress. The siege machines were destroyed as they were ready to fire. This came at a great cost to the woodland defenders. Numbers are now low except for the wood elves who only sent a small force to aid. The Battle of the Burning. Percival, the Deceiver, fell in the Battle of the Burning Fields. The number of fireballs and death magic had scorched 10 miles of the field where plants will grow now. The local farmers have named it the Blast Zone. Percival's body was never found, although a lot of bodies disappeared that day. The rebuilding begins. A year later, as the kingdom of Desselhelm is rebuilding, adventurers are now heading towards the last citadel. Rumor has it that a clue in the form of a half-torn map found by a dwarven miner. He claims to found the location of the lost catacomb, somewhere within the Whispering Woods. The lost catacomb. For almost a century, rumors of a sacred burial chamber was to be found in a series of caves. Legend tells of a magic sword, the Scarlet Rain, was buried with the first duke. What wealth will you find? A few adventurers have claimed to have found the location, but never the sword. Even fewer have returned. The keep is offering a bounty on the local bandit chief Raven, who's been marauding the local caravans. The local fishermen have been speaking of seeing lizardmen close to the river from the fell fins. The Goblin Water River has strange lights in the night. The keep does not have the resources to keep everything at bay. In an age of heroes, who will answer the call? Adventurers seeking only gold and glory? Some bards sing of the day when heroes will arise in time of need. Only Ithus, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that, Ithus, the goddess of fate, knows your destiny. Will you embrace it? And for those of you familiar with the Greyhawk campaign, is the goddess of fate. Good. All right, so that's the wrap up. That is the premise for the first module we're going to be doing, or adventure. And it's now up to my player characters to tell me while they are going to the Last Citadel. I've given them 3 or 4 different little tidbits, like there's lizardmen, there's bandits, there's lost treasure, there's rewards, there's all these different things that can be drawing them. But if they add anything, the reason why they want to go there that's unique, I'll work that into the story. Or I'll do my best to work in anything that they come up with into the adventure, because pretty much that's what you should do to involve your player characters, is take their ideas and weave it into the adventure. So, this is a quick video. This is the first of many on this series. A lot of DMs, I think, make the mistake of telling them what like, hey, we're gonna play this, and then you always have that one player who's like, well, what's my motivation of playing? And you're like, well, this is happening. Well, what if my it's not in my character to go there? And then you just put your hand on your head because you're getting a headache already, because you've spent a couple of hours at least just prepping for that session alone. Not even to mention the other hours that you put in the weeks leading up to it. And so I just now leave it up to my player characters to tell me while they're going to the locations, like, this is the location that I'm playing, and you tell me why. So, real quick history on the Keep of the Borderland. It's one of my favorite starting adventures, only because there's no set location they have to go to. In the Into the Borderlands, there's the Caves of Chaos. It's on a map right by the road. There's some, like, a span or the swamp. There's another forest. There's 2 forests. Actually, there's 3, 'cause there's also Spider Woods. And I do have more rumors that they're gonna hear once they get into the Citadel. And from there you can just take it. I am changing up the villain. The villain in the Keep on the Borderland is kind of a generic villain, and he's meant to be that way. You can use whatever villain you want to um, explain why the creatures of the Caves of Chaos are there. And there is a reason, and so it's kind of tucked away and hinted at in the module itself, but there's a reason why all those monsters grab together. So that's it, people. I know the rest of you aren't a part of my campaign, but I really hope this helps new DMs come up with ideas to make short little videos where they can tell about the history of their campaign, or a character, or a land, or any legends that the players should hear about. You just put it in a video and they can watch it. That way they can also take notes on it for later. So, with that, people, if you're new to the channel, hello, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it so much that you will subscribe, check out my playlist. A lot of them cover D&D. And made it this far, I hope I've earned a like button. So with that, people, I'll catch you later.